you're just about close enough to the table, but you can't drag it anymore. Is that the intro now?
Damn right, that's the intro. That is the intro. News. The identity of a mystery new AEW star has been revealed. We have an update on released WWE stars, and more are believed to be coming. And WWE are changing their strategy for recruiting new superstars. We'll tell you all about this shortly. Who lifted the briefcase at King of the Ring 1999? Who threw the pie at Kevin Owens on SmackDown? Who was having their baldy heat rubbed on AEW Dynamite TV on Wednesday night? One of those three mysteries is about to be answered by Sherlock Pacini.
Guess which one, Thomas?
King of the Ring. It wasn't Boss Man.
No, it wasn't.
Stop saying it was Boss Man. It's a boring answer.
Right, so if you haven't seen AEW Dynamite this week, we got another Brandy promo. It wasn't especially good, but Melanie Cruz was there, the indie star that they recruited from the crowd. She was a fan. They cut her ponytail off and now she's been shaved bald. So that's one bald head rub.
One baldy
There was
heat.
another. It's a bald man and you just see the side of his face. We can reveal who that is. It's as good as confirmed. So it's not been confirmed by AEW, but the internet sleuths, I can't take responsibility. I can't take credit here. Lots and lots of people have put lots and lots of evidence together. There he is. That man is Dr. Luther, aka Len Olsen. He's a 51-year-old Canadian semi-retired professional wrestler, and more importantly, he's a friend of Chris Jericho's. So we're going to just talk you through the evidence. First of all, you can see the side of his head there, and here's a picture of him. That's the same guy, right? You want more? We'll give you more. He's also got some flame tattoos on his bloody arm. See the flame tattoos there? There they are. We've done it all for you. Well, somebody's done it for me here, and I've just compiled it, basically. So if you don't know anything about Dr. Luther, you're not alone. I had to do a bit of research. I've watched him, as I say, he's old, he's semi-retired. He's done frontier martial arts wrestling. He's done IWA Japan in the 90s.
Did he do Wrestle and Romance? Did I seem to?
Yes, he did.
He did War.
He did War. I've watched a couple of quick clips of matches. Don't expect him to be main eventing any AEW pay-per-views anytime soon. But you know what? He's 51, but he can still go. But he's obviously being brought in. He's a big lad as well. Yeah. There's a picture of him backstage for you as well with Chris Jericho. I don't know why Chris Jericho put that on his Instagram when he's not. Yeah, whatever. So there you go. Welcome to the AEW family, the Nightmare Collective, Dr. Luther, whoever you are.
I mean, if I was running a wrestling company, I'd probably hire my mates too. We've said it once, we'll say it again. Only in wrestling, in WWE in particular, can losing your job before Christmas be seen as an early Christmas gift. That is the gift that was bequeathed Sin Cara, Luke Harper, and The Ascension last week. And we've got a bit of a cheeky update on this whole scenario.
We're doing a surprising one as well, courtesy of the Wrestling Observer. None of the released superstars, none of those four men knew they were going to be released before the day of release. So it's not like the articles just went online. That's worth pointing out. It's not like they said, like, bloody Brody Lee. Is that his real name? Whatever his real name is. He's logging on. It's, I've been released. He would have been told on the day, but he didn't have much advance warning at all. There's also an interesting note here. The Observer also notes that the current feeling within the company is that more releases are on their way. So we might not be done yet. As we said before, it's been a long time since we've seen multiple releases in a day. They don't tend to do it anymore, but there could be a few more.
I'm fine with this. I think that there's a few people within the company who are ready to try something new.
No way! Jose, no way! Sorry, pal.
So's hose. But it's this. We mentioned this earlier in the week in terms of like why this is happening, and this is the company relieving some money to spend on keeping certain mid-carders and upper mid-carders there.
No way! Jose, no.
Is Jose going or being thrown money to keep? Have they got some grand plans for No Way Jose that we don't know of yet?
No.
Way.
I definitely don't.
Yeah, so I expect a few more of the... The thing is, like when we say, like, obviously Sin Cara didn't know, I mean, he asked for his release.
He asked for his release, but they didn't grant it initially.
And then eventually just rang him and went, all right, fine, you can go.
Hiya.
All right. Hiya. Any ideas who you... I mean, I know what I was about to say. Any ideas who you think might go, but it seems a little bit wrong to sort of question over who might lose their job next.
Obviously, Mike...
No, wait, Jose!
Mike Bennett is a possibility because he requested his release. I don't want to see anyone lose their job. That goes without saying. But there are people, EC3, Mike Bennett perhaps, that would be happier doing something else. So if people want their release and you're not using them, we've said it time and time again, but just let them go. If you're not going to use them, you're wasting someone's life, essentially. I know they're getting paid and all that, but I think these guys have a passion for wrestling and entertaining, and they're not being given the opportunity.
One of the things you said there, like they're getting paid and that, and I think that a lot of criticism I've seen thrown at people is, well, they're getting paid, so why are they complaining? But there's something about working in a job that you love and taking pride in that job as well. And it's great that they're in a position where they've got money coming out the wazoo. It's brilliant. But you want to, if you got into wrestling because you want to be a wrestler, not because nobody when they're a kid watches wrestling goes, when I grow up, I want to get a big WWE contract and sit on my arse for 3 months. Nobody says that. They want to go in and wrestle. Yeah. And I'm sad that you got people who are really passionate about it who aren't getting a chance to do it. And that's why when people go, oh, they're sat home getting money, it's not about, sometimes, here's a crazy thought, it's not about money. Right? Some of my happiest of times have been in jobs where I've earned bugger all.
Welcome to the family, Tom.
It's good to be here, mate. Some changes are forthcoming at the WWE Performance Center as the WWE are changing the way that they recruit new stars.
Specifically female potential WWE superstars. So, 10 years ago, they were on the lookout for essentially model types who were maybe a little bit athletic and could pick up wrestling quickly, but they didn't really need to know how to wrestle that well because they weren't being given any time to actually do wrestling. We all know that, and that's not even 10 years ago.
No.
I can't believe we're talking about it. Like it's
the Diva search wasn't in the grand scheme of things that long ago.
No, it really, really wasn't. Quite depressing that. However, the new strategy is to look for women with athletic backgrounds who have accomplished other things in sports. They've been successful elsewhere. So Bianca Belair, for example, was a top-tier track star prior to signing with WWE. Charlotte Flair as well. Came in, although she's a Flair, no prior wrestling training. She was like a volleyball player. Obviously, wrestling is in her blood, so that's a little bit different, I guess, to Bianca Belair.
Casey Catanzaro was another example of somebody with a strong athletic background.
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics, yes.
Yeah, right. So they're now looking at specifically MMA and kickboxing backgrounds for female WWE superstars, which I actually think is quite clever, and they've seen huge success with the likes of Shayna Baszler, obviously, and the rest of the MMA four horsewomen. So I actually think this makes a lot of sense. But that said, there's also a huge amount of indie talent, female indie talent out there that they could easily pluck a few names from, and they have done as well.
Yeah, but I like the fact that they are looking at different media. I like a lot of entertainment brands are looking at people who aren't necessarily from that particular industry to come in and do their thing.
Yes.
You know, like I've, my background's radio, and I know a lot of TV and movie personalities and stuff have gone on to do radio, not necessarily a background in radio, because it doesn't really matter if you can press buttons as long as you've got a story to tell and a character, and that's a big deal.
Yes.
And I'm for that, and I'm for that in wrestling as well. The whole idea that if you've got that athletic background, you're already sort of halfway there anyway.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the reassuring thing here is that they're no longer just looking for models, which they've been doing still into the late 2010s.
Laurinaitis will be fuming!
Right? So, no, that's really good, because you need to be able to wrestle now to be on WWE TV.
Yeah, and wrestle well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bobby Lashley, Goldberg, who was on the Broken Skull sessions with Steve Austin, and he had a chat about a match he'd like to have again.
Yes, they released a trailer of this. They're playing a little bit of word association at the end of the interview, and Austin says, "Vince McMahon," to which Goldberg replies, "Spear!"
No. You're next!
No, he replies, "Thank you."
What?
Lovely. No, thank you for giving me the opportunity and all of the money. When Austin said Sting, Bill said,
"Roxanne!"
Mentor back in WCW. And then Austin says, "The Undertaker." And Goldberg says, "I owe him a receipt. He wants another match." He's gone to say he wants another match with...
No. It's just the fact that Undertaker asked Goldberg to pick up some milk.
Hey!
He says he's taking it out of petty cash. That's all that is.
You don't make this easy, do you?
I absolutely don't. And also, it's word association, not words association.
Yeah, I agree.
One word.
Yeah,
Receipt.
That's the problem here, not the inevitable awful match that we're going to get in Saudi Arabia. I just don't want to see it. I know there's unfinished business because the match was a mess and he wants to prove himself again, but no, thank you.
Isn't the phrase, I owe him a receipt? Isn't that like I want to legitimately punch him the way he legitimately...
Yeah, if you give a receipt, give a receipt to a wrestler.
Normally you hear like they say, I gave him a receipt because he hit me properly.
Yeah, that's your receipt because you stiffed him.
Just come on, saying, I just want... Association.
I want to concuss him.
Undertaker. Can I batter the Undertaker?
Yeah, can I concuss him and make him bleed? Yeah, I just don't want to see it.
No, thank you. We've had it. That's fine. You had a good go. Let's not, Let's leave that be. I like Goldberg in general.
Yeah, me too. And I like Undertaker a lot, of course.
I like him as kind of Paul Heyman's 911 on Monday Night Raw. The idea that when something's not quite working or somebody's just being an arse.
Dolph needs squashing again. Billy, come on.
Come here, Billy. Bang. I'm fine for that. That's a nice little way to treat him. Have a lovely weekend. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. You can support us on Patreon by going to patreon.com/Cultaholic. Lastly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.